What is going on, folks? This is Twigger coming at you with another high ELO commentary. So many of these coming out recently, but I'm getting very lucky getting into these games. And this time I have gotten into a game. It showed up as 40 seconds into the game, so I'm actually in this game at 0-0-0. The timing, nothing has happened. Absolutely nothing has happened. I have not missed anything in this game. No first bloods, not even any CS. You're going to see the very first CS of the game. This game is actually going to be focused on the Rain Man. He's doing the jungle Nocturne that we've been seeing a little bit more frequently recently. Yeah, that we've been seeing more frequently. The Rain Man, of course, was the top laner for Team Solo Mid. I don't actually believe he's playing on any teams now. I don't even think he's a sub for any team. I think he's just out of the competitive scene and is just playing his own game by himself. This is currently a ranked game up in the diamond level. Rain Man normally plays the top lane, so to see him in the jungle is going to be a little bit interesting. I don't actually know how good his jungle is, let alone his Nocturne play, but definitely excited to see it. Red team looks like they're going for this invade, and I actually don't believe that the blue team has spotted this yet. So this could be very good. The red team is just going completely unnoticed here. They come down towards this Corki. Don't know if they're actually going to be able to pincer him off. Looks like they're going to, actually. So Corki does end up seeing him, but it looks like he's going to just go straight towards that turret. Not going to get anything done here. Blitz is going to try to maybe pull. Does not get him. Takes a couple turret hits, but he is just going to walk right on out of there. Should probably start setting up these mid laners. I would assume that Zed is going to be in the mid. Thresh is definitely that support. Nocturne, I think we're all set up. I don't know if Master Yi is going to be in the mid or in the top. I would assume with that Doran's ring start, he's probably going to be in the mid. And yeah, it looks like Kennan's heading over to that top. So, going to be interesting to see. I don't think I've actually casted a game really in these high ELO commentaries that have started at the very, very beginning of the game. So, kind of cool to be able to see everything that's going to go on in this game. And luckily with now my new discovery of this directed cam, we're actually going to see the first blood. So this is a whole new Twigger commentary here. We're going to get a lot more action. So the Rain Man actually starting off with his red buff, not going for that blue buff Nocturne at the beginning. Looks like he's probably going to be going for an early gank, but actually doesn't look like that. He got a smiteless red buff, so might just go over to that blue buff right now, use that smite, then try to get an early gank off maybe on that top lane Kennen or the mid lane Yi. The thing about ganking Kennen, it's very, very difficult when Kennen gets that electrical rush. Because he just becomes so damn fast. It's very, very difficult to keep up with him. It's not going to get that Nocturne fear off on him. So you have to try to gank Kennen very early to give your top laner that big advantage. Because you're not really going to be able to gank Kennen any time after that. So, interesting thing to see more. Oh, there we go. A little bit of an engagement down there. The fear proc actually not going off onto that Olaf. So Olaf might actually try to chase this Nocturne down a little bit. Singe is coming in to aid his jungle buddy. And it looks like Nocturne's actually just going to be. Got his double buffs and does not really want to be a part of this fight anymore. So, in just saying, it's kind of interesting seeing Singe being played so much more frequently now. I think people are finally starting to, after seeing him in the LCS and MLG and things like that, he's just such a strong, tanky champion, and he might actually go down here. Going to be taking a lot of damage from that Olaf. The red buff was on, and the Ignite is now on too, and there's the flash into that electrical shuriken proc from his, I think it's his W. So there you go. There's the first blood onto that Singe for the Kennen, so definitely not a person that you want to get first blood. The Ignite actually going down on the Thresh now. Corki blocking that Ezreal Q. He gets exhausted, so I think everybody's actually going to escape that one. Oh, big damage coming down from that Q. So they're going to actually have to B now. Oh, actually, nope, they're staying. Nocturne is there. Just looking at the minimap here, it doesn't look like any action's happening yet. Corki just going to chuck the remainder of his pots. They're going to do as much damage as they can. I do believe they know that Nocturne is there. So I think Nocturne's just adding a little bit of pressure so that way they can get the experience from this lane and it's not just all being dead to the turret. So now we're seeing Kennen come. Actually, she has not gone back to base yet. That's kind of interesting. I always wonder how beneficial that is But I'm not going to talk about that yet because the Ignite is down on that Master Yi. There goes the flash from both of these players. He's not going to die for this one. Does not feel like he has it. So I just always wonder what the benefit is of not going back to lane. Like, I would like to see the comparison. Like, yes, you do get to stay a little bit longer and farm longer, so maybe you can get a better item. But if he had gone back to base and gotten, I don't know, what would you be able to get with something like I don't know, Amplifying Tome, maybe that Ruby Crystal or something like that. Maybe finish up your boots if you had enough farm with that first Blood Gold. You wonder if he would have been able to get any more kills or really push his advantage and really hinder Singe that much more, rather than just staying and trying to get a little bit more farm to get a bigger item. I don't really know. Kind of an interesting little question there. But other than that, there's not really a whole lot of action going on here. So Blitz is now using his speed, trying to get in here and get a grab onto somebody. The thing about Corki, though, is that he's just got his Valkyrie away, and it's not really going to lead up to much. But APE is starting to do some damage with that Alpha Strike, but without that Alpha Strike, he doesn't really have a whole ton of damage. He can put on his extra attack damage ability and go from there. And Singe is now getting ganked again from this Olaf. Taking a lot of damage from that poison, though, so Olaf's going to have to start being a little bit careful if he gets flung. But nope, there's a stun from the Kennen, and it looks like Olaf's just going to be, and Singe is getting pushed out of his lane once again. No, it looks like he's actually going to stay. Wonder if Olaf's going to cancel. No, he is not going to cancel. He is going to go right on back. Taking a look at just the CS for a little bit here, Zed is actually the one with the most CS. 47 CS to 39 of that Yi, 34 for Nocturne to 34 of that Olaf, 35 to 29 in favor of the Singe, which is kind of surprising there. 40 to 32 in favor of that Ezreal, and 2 to 1 for that Blitzcrank. So actually a pretty decently even CS game, but a grab actually going down onto that Corki. Has not been able to use his Valkyrie yet. Wow, was his Valkyrie must have been on cooldown. I don't even know if he got the chance to use that there. But wow, a lot of damage coming out from them. So some damage being done onto this Zed. The ultimate going off onto that Olaf. He was not able to be disabled because of Olaf's ultimate, but a lot of damage also going down onto this Thresh. The Ignite is ticking, but it is not going to be enough. When is Ezreal going to hit that ultimate level? How much more does he have? He just has a couple creeps, so maybe if he takes these down really quick and launches his ultimate. I don't know if he's going to go for it. I don't know if he's going to go for it. Man, it's taking him a long time. There we go. Well, there's his ultimate. But it does not look like anything's going to happen here. Thresh has been chugging those health pots. Not probably going to happen. So the Ignite going down onto that Zed, but the Ignite was also going down onto that Master Yi, and he's now very, very low. Going to have to try to meditate that damage up. That meditate on Master Yi is still so good. And the farming game continues. So for so much action kind of going on in each of these lanes, there's not really a lot happening. Man, not a lot of kills. It's only a 2-kill game. Only 1,000 gold difference. And there's the Nocturne ultimate here, trying to do as much damage to the Blitzcrank as they can. The exhaust is down. He's going to toss out his ultimate. And Ezreal actually tossing his ultimate out as well, bringing Nocturne and Thresh very, very low. So scary, scary time. So Corki's going to stay, and Nocturne and Thresh are just going to be after that kill. Get them a little bit of an advantage there, and always a good thing when your jungler can get a kill and start affecting those other lanes. He does actually pick up his Wriggles Lantern now, so look for his jungle clear to be much quicker. And they can probably start pressuring things like Dragon now. Olaf is actually down. Looks like he's actually stealing the blue buff away from Nocturne. So, always a good thing to go in there and try to steal something. He doesn't have his smite though, but it looks like he is actually just going to steal that one away. Just looking at the mini-map, because apparently Directed Cam really wants to watch that bottom lane farm fest right now. Nothing else important was going on the map, but Corki getting that CS, absolutely crucial to this commentary. So there's the ultimate being popped by Kennen. A lot of damage going down from that Singe poison though, and his regeneration is really helping him out here. So there's the flash actually being popped by the Kennen, so really not a bad play on Singe's part. He's getting to that tanky point where Kennen doesn't have that sustained damage or that burst damage to really handle him, so never count Singed out. I think that's always the thing. He's actually in the lead in CS in that top lane, even though he was sent back to base and being bullied quite a bit in that top lane, but has not stopped him from still being an absolute menace to that Kennen. And a gank going on to that Master Yi. He has popped that ultimate, and he's just way too damn fast. He's just going to get right away from that one. What else is going on? Man, come on, guys. Do some big play. Oh, here we go. This could be something. So Olaf actually missing that axe on Nocturne. And they're just going to run away. Come on, guys. Commit. Do something stupid. Just going to take a nice little sip of my early morning tea. And damage being done onto that Zed. He's actually having to pop his ultimate and the flash. It doesn't look like they're actually going to chase that one through. So there have not been... There's been no real, like, big plays. It's all just been very standard farming. But that Master Yi actually did hit Zed with that Alpha Strike. His Ignite is almost up as well. And his Flash. Well, his Flash is up, but his Ignite is almost up. So... if Master Yi flash Alpha Strikes, you could definitely get that Ignite on him. Oh, there's the ultimate being used by the Master Yi. There's the Alpha Strike. And there we go. There's a dead Zed. The Fear proc actually went off on him, but it was not enough. So, look at that. Finally something happened. And here's a big fight going down the bottom. The Thresh did have to flash over that wall using his ultimate, but Ezreal's just going to Arcane Shift over. But Singed actually teleported in. Might actually be a very good decision. Ends up saving the lives of these guys. But now here's a 3v3 fight. A lot of damage going down onto the Blitzcrank. The Ezreal ultimate only really hitting Corki, but Singed is now getting dangerously low. Has he maybe overextended himself a little bit? Ends up getting picked up by that Ezreal, but now Olaf is coming in for that Corki. Double kill for the Ezreal. Very nice last auto attack after that true damage from Olaf. So it was a smart decision from that Singed, but did end up overextending just a little bit and getting taken out by that Ezreal. And now Kennen's just free farming up in that top lane, going behind the turret just to make sure that all the creeps are going to get to that turret. And they might actually be able to take down that top turret as well. Bottom turret is down, so the first turret of the game going for that red team. And now they're probably just going to buy and get some lovely loots. Going to use their fat stacks to buy some sweet items. And as we can see, that Master Yi sitting on almost 1,500 gold. So he's probably going to want to go back pretty soon too. So a lot of gold being put onto this red team now. Almost 4,000 gold in the lead. And just a couple minutes ago, it was only 1,000. So quite a big turn of events. But the ultimate being popped by that Nocturne to get onto this Kennen. The ultimate being used by Kennen to stun up that Nocturne. Nocturne has to get away from that one. The stun is actually doing a great job. Singed does not have that ultimate to catch up to the Kennen. And it looks like Kennen's coming back around. May try to go for this Nocturne, or may just be looking for another way to escape here. And it looks like he's just going to run away. Going through a little stroll through the enemy jungle, and just gets out of there. No issues at all. So burns that Nocturne ultimate just for her ultimate, and then that's it. And it's actually coming back into lane. You ballsy Yordle. And it looks like the red team is now going to pick up that Dragon as well, just extending their gold lead that much further. They are now exactly 4,000 gold in the lead. Scary stuff. For only 13 minutes in the game, being 4,000 gold in the lead, that's tricky to come back from. Gonna need to start having some pretty good plays on this blue team side to make something happen here. Nocturne picking up that red buff. The Rain Man has not been playing too badly, I have to give him that. He's just being outplayed a little bit by this red team. Their ganks have just been better. They've just been able to bully the lanes that they've needed to bully. And as I was saying before with that Kennen, even with the ultimate pop by that Nocturne, getting into fear range, getting his Q down onto her, you still couldn't actually successfully gank her, just because she puts down that AoE stun, she starts running away with that electrical rush thing, and you can't do anything, right? Just gonna run away, like no issues at all. And then even coming back into the lane just to do more, and now sitting with that needlessly large rod with those Magic Pen boots and the Hextech Revolver. Gonna be doing a lot of damage and having a lot of sustain. So getting some sustain from those minions right there. Singe is feeling his luck here, I guess. Really wants to fight this Kennen. Kennen still does have the ultimate. And Singe now taking a little bit too much damage and wants to kind of get out of there. As we can see, like, Kennen is still quite squishy. As much damage as Kennen is doing with the sustain from the Hextech Revolver can still be killed by just some appropriate amount of damage. So still has to be a little bit wary of how much she really wants to get in there. Looks like we got a ping going down onto that Zed. The ultimate going down onto that Ezreal. Using that E just to actually do some damage. But it looks like the ultimate completely whiffed. Just went right the other way. Maybe for vision or something like that. But not to hit Zed. But Thresh now getting into a really, really bad spot. Actually gets taken out from that Master Yi. So 2 for 1. Definitely not the best trade for Red Team. Singe is still farming, but is now actually behind in CS. Looks like Blitzcrank is coming in for that grab. Is he actually going to land the grab? There's the grab. Ends up pulling that Corki. The Alpha Strike going down onto Corki as well. Blitzcrank is taking that turret. The Ignite going down onto Blitz is going to actually take him down. Corki now trying to run for his life, but that Alpha Strike is going to end up taking him down. That means that Oh, and the Fear does not go off, but the shutdown for the Nocturne on that Master Yi. So not a bad trade on Nocturne's part. Ends up getting the blue buff from Master Yi, I believe, as well. So not too shabby. So it ended up being 3 for 2. But they did get that shutdown bonus, and it looks like the Fear did go off on that Olaf. So I think. I don't know what happened there. And Olaf staying in just to farm a little bit. And here goes the Ghost from the Olaf. And surprisingly, Nocturne is right on pace with him with that Q. So there you go. And it looks like Nocturne probably just got a reset on his red buff there, I believe, because I think Olaf just had his own red buff. So it was pretty impressive to see, actually. Olaf burned his Ghost, but Nocturne on his Q patch following that that Olaf was just as fast. So there's the ultimate going down from the Ezreal. That ultimate damage and the flash dodging that Q from Ezreal. So nice play on that Zed's part. He's now trying to run away using that Lantern. Does not actually get to use that Lantern. That Alpha Strike coming in and just doing the exact right amount of damage. That would have been quite a legit play. Then the Alpha Strike going down onto Thresh. The ultimate being burned by Thresh. Actually not a bad play, but he's now running towards his Corki. Wants to try to be saved here. A lot of CC going down, but the Alpha Strike going down on him and taking him down. And Corki's now in a bad position here as well. I don't know if these guys want to dive this one. He really wants Blitzcrank to start tanking this turret. But Blitzcrank just runs away, says, "Nuh-uh, I am not doing that. Screw you and your damn crazy ideas." Olaf is just going to take a little bit of farm up in the mid lane. But here comes Singe. The wild Singe is trying to appear, but the stun actually going down on him. The flip and the poison damage. Is it actually going to be enough, though? Master Yi is quite quick. Is Kennen going to be able to take down Singe before Singe takes down Master Yi? He's running his ass off to try to get to him. He does actually take down Master Yi, but it looks like Singe is going to pay for this one with his life. He dodges the Blitzcrank pull, but those stuns coming out of Kennen are just so frequent and annoying. Singe got stunned, I think, 3 times during that entire chase. But still managed to pick up that Master Yi, so he does end up getting a kill. He did kind of want that. He was falling a little bit behind in the kill category, but managing to almost tie it up in CS with that Kennen. So I wouldn't count Singe out of this game yet. He gets a little bit more tanky and he should be fine. But there's the axe from the Olaf. The ultimate from the Ezreal actually picking up the Corki. But wow, nice ultimate from that Ez, sniping that Corki in their own jungle. It was a really nice attempt by the Rain Man on that Nocturne to try to wait around for that Olaf, but one of the things about Olaf's axe is that it does reveal the area that it lands in, so he did see that Nocturne. Got to start running away a little bit quicker than if he had just chased balls deep onto that Corki. So Rayman actually having a great game. 3-0-0, 136 to the 0-1-4 with 88 CS Olaf. So compared to his counterpart, he's actually having a very, very good game. It's just been downhill for people like the bot lane and the mid lane. Been very hard for them to deal with what they're facing. 1-3-1 for that Zed, 1-4-2 for that Corki, and 1-2-1 for that Thresh. But despite how many kills have been going down onto the Zed and the Corki, they have managed to keep their CS in a reasonable margin. Corki's sitting at 125 to Ezreal's 141, and 153 for Zed to 160 of Master Yi. So it's really not a horrible thing. They're definitely behind in that global gold, but they're not so far behind that it's not comebackable, if that's even remotely a word. They could still make things happen, and it's not getting to the point where the enemy team can just dive into 5 and take them on 5v5 and have no problem. So there's the ultimate being popped by Nocturne onto this Kennen. Is the Fear Proc going to go off before the stun? There we go. So there you go, the Nocturne picking up that Kennen. And it looks like there was actually a kill down on that Zed as well. So I actually just want to jump here and see exactly what happened. Take off this direct hit cannon because it's going to take me up top. Looks like Zed just gets completely caught out. Tries to escape, but Blitzcrank ends up being a scumbag, picking up that one. And there we go, we get to see the end result of that top lane kill on Kennen as well. And it looks like now the red team is just pressuring in on this second tier turret. Master Yi coming in, popping his ultimate, doing that Alpha Strike, doing a crap ton of damage. Blitzcrank pulls that Thresh in, and there's the ultimate from the Ezreal, getting that double kill. He has been just spot on with a couple of his ultimates. Except for that one that he fired in the Tri-Brush in bot lane. I don't know what that one was. I guess maybe he assumed that Zed was going to maybe use his shadow and go over to that side, or maybe he thought somebody was coming from that side. I don't know, but he did not guess correctly and ended up being a completely whiffed ultimate. But he has learned from that, and every ultimate after that has just been spot on. So the ultimate being popped by that Master Yi wants to get the hell out of there, and they managed to just escape by doing a lot of damage to that turret. And it looks like they're pinging now for that dragon just to extend that gold lead. So 34.6k for that red team, 29.8k for that blue team. Really extending that gold lead now. It's 5k gold difference, going to be more now, so 6k gold difference on that red team. 4 turrets to 2. It's really red team's game to lose at this point. The 20-minute mark has passed, so it doesn't look like they're going for an early surrender on this blue team. So I believe that they think that they still do have a chance to turtle this one out a little bit. The thing is, it's very difficult to surrender a game like this because just because of their team comp. You have somebody like Singed, who I would argue is one of the best late game champs out there. He is so hard to deal with in that kind of like late mid game and the late game, just because of how annoying he can be, especially when you have a back line with that like Ezreal and that well, Kennen's going to be more in there with her ultimate, but you have a bunch of squishy kind of champions with that Master Yi, that Kennen, and that Ezreal. Singed can just run in there, flip them back into his team. Like he becomes quite a nuisance to have running around, and he's not really overly far behind, so when he gets those items, he'll be doing quite a bit of magic damage, and it'll be hard to take out. And you have somebody like Corki, who I think is one of the best AD carries late game in the game, especially because of his armor shred. Right, that armor shred is going to just do absolute wonders to Olaf and Blitzcrank, that front line. And the later the game goes, the better Thresh is going to be as well. He'll be able to handle that Ezreal and the Olaf pumping out damage on him, because if he collects more souls, he's going to get more armor and more AP. He's going to be doing more damage for his team. But it looks like Zed is going to get caught out here. The Blitzcrank is not pulled yet. He actually dodges the Blitzcrank pull. I do not know how Zed is planning on escaping this one, but so far it's not looking too bad. But now he's actually baited them into Corki a little bit. Corki's going to run away. Zed has just jumped over the Dragon Pit. I think he might actually get away from this one. Not exactly sure where he's running up to. Running over towards that Master Yi. And it looks like he's just going to try to beat, but the ultimate going down onto Master Yi. It looks like the ultimate's going down from that Zed as well. Not going to be enough damage to take down Master Yi, but he is just going to kind of meditate through. Look at the meditate! I'm sorry, did you use 2 ultimates on me? I couldn't tell. Master Yi back up to full HP. The pull actually going down, a great pull onto that Corki. Kind of a screw up in that animation there. But the ultimate coming down from the Kennen doing so much damage. Double kill on the Corki and the Thresh. And Singed is trying to do as much damage as he can with his Poison Trail, but he's going to be taken down. Triple kill for that Kennen. And it looks like Zed being now caught out in a bad place. The pull being taken onto that Zed. I don't know what the hell that was. But there you go. Why so mad? Why am I so mad? Probably because you keep killing our guys. That would probably explain it. The Rayman trying to take down that cannon, but not going to work. Ghost being popped by that Olaf, but he does not want to tank that turret. He's a little bit too low. And it looks like there's just going to be a 5-man push onto this mid inhibitor turret. Inhibitor turret down. Great Q. Oh, sorry, great spell shield from the Rayman. And oh my god, the damage. Oof. Frickin' woof. That was a lot of damage. So I can't remember. I think it was Alex Ish on Team Moscow 5, well, now Gambit Gaming, that kind of started playing that APE, and he basically called him a broken champ when he started playing him. It was after that that Evelyn. So the Ignite going down on that Master Yi, that's how you counteract that Meditate. But even with that Ignite on, it still just canceled all of Corki's damage. Right? It didn't heal him, it just allowed it so Master Yi didn't take damage. So that's still pretty damn impressive. But as they were just saying, Alex H saying that Master Yi was a broken champion. That Meditate and that Alpha Strike damage just does so much. It's so damn helpful with that resettable ultimate. And it looks like Corki might actually get killed here. Oh, jeez, Corki, you were playing that a little bit ballsy. Singe was going to be able to handle that one. Kennen does not have her flash, and there you go. There's a dead Kennen. So, you know, blue team might actually be able to turn this one into a Baron. This is kind of the exact turning point that they really wanted here. Looks like Ezreal kind of understands that they're going to be going for this Baron. He's just going to push down, hopefully, this bottom lane inhibitor. Probably the smart move, because they can't really combat this Baron since there's 4 of them there. They can try to do as much damage as they can, but Master Yi's coming in now, and if they get low enough and he gets those resets off, you could have a bouncing Yi here. So Baron's still doing a lot of damage. Blitzcrank taking all the heat from this enemy team. There goes the Alpha Strike. The resets are coming in now, and there's the... Oh my god, the resets! There's the triple kill, and there's the quadra kill. Oh dear god, Master Yi. That's the thing you really need to be worried about. If there's enough and there you go, there's the ace. If you get those resets onto Master Yi, he is going to do shit like that. Just absolutely took down the entire team. Every Alpha Strike hitting all of them. And then just resetting, and then you're all dead. Unbelievable. So very good play from that AP Yi. Ezreal actually managing to take down that Corki with the red buff. And it looks like this is going to be GG. It's still 7 seconds until the damage dealers are going to be coming back up. And it looks like he's actually not even going to manage to pull anybody into that fountain. But Zed is now up, going to try to take down anybody that he possibly can. But I really doubt that they're going to be able to come back from this one. The Nexus is now taking a lot of damage, but the rest of the blue team is up, but looks like that's going to be the end, hitting the last shot onto that Nexus. But Nocturne did manage to pick up that Ezreal for that last little we're not going down without a fight moment. So thank you, Rainman. It was a great game, great work on your part on that jungle, Nocturne. I don't think I've ever seen you jungle before, so definitely an honor to see that one. You did quite a good job. Too bad that the rest of the team did not do great. 1-6-2 on that Zed, 1-8-5 on that Corki. It's not that they played poorly, they just had, their counterparts were just playing a little bit better than they were, getting those kills and ganking appropriately and really kind of catching them out in places they did not want to fight. And that Master Yi play at the very end, absolutely killer. So, very glad to see all that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that game, and I will see you guys in the next High ELO commentary. Peace.